Well, it's been years in the making, actually. The problem is the West Coast ferry fleet is run entirely by the SNP government, and what they haven't been doing is replacing ferries. And so we have an aging ferry fleet, which is constantly breaking down. And that's what's been happening over the past few weeks during the peak summer season. Tourists haven't been able to get to islands, but more importantly, islanders have been really affected because, as you said, we now have shops running low on stocks, and it's all because the SNP haven't been running the ferry service properly. That's the problem. We haven't got enough ferries. We haven't got a proper ferry replacement program. So the current fleet that we have is aging. It's just getting older and older, and the ferries break down.
So how's Nicola Sturgeon explaining this? What's she saying the rationale is for this?
Well, we've been asking for months, years, in fact, for the SNP to come up with a proper ferry replacement program. You'll be aware, your viewers will be aware that there are two ferries being built currently on the Clyde, which are years late, massively over budget, and that's at a yard which has been nationalised. We want answers from the SNP. We want to know how they plan to procure ferries, how they plan to run the ferry system in future, and we are not getting any answers. Now, I'm not important in this.
You're saying it's bad planning, it's bad preparation. They aren't really taking the islanders into consideration. But I'm also hearing there's been a diversion of money last minute from what would be COVID funds to try and maybe stop the gap and pay for these ferries. What's that about?
Yeah, that was true. Some of the emergency COVID money was used to prop up the ferry replacement program. That's not what it was there for. Frankly, what needs to happen is exactly what I've said: is we need to start getting new ferries, and we're not seeing them. So currently, this problem is just going to go on. It's going to go on certainly for this summer. Maybe for next summer, and until we start to see actually new boats in the water, things are not going to get any better.
So if you've got already a rationing of food, what, I don't know, emergency services are they laying on so that you're no longer on rations?
What they do is they'll move ferries from one route to another route, and then to another route. So they're shuffling ferries about. So somebody in that interconnected network loses out because there is no spare capacity. And we've known about this for years, but it does come down to bad planning. And the time has come when action needs to be taken, because the islanders are really, really suffering. I mean, on a basic level, people, we're not getting stuff in shops, but people can't get to work sometimes. I have heard of kids, they're off school at the minute, but some kids can't get to school if they're on another island or on the mainland. People can't get to hospital appointments. This is basic stuff that people are entitled to do. And it's really affecting people's lives.